What if I told you that for less than the cost of a weekend getaway, you could own something more powerful than any bank account on Earth? Not a savings account, not a certificate of deposit, and not some high-yield fiat scam. Now, I'm talking about zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, and that is 1 million Satoshis. Because here's the truth. While your bank balance bleeds value each and every day, this tiny slice of digital property silently outperforms it on security, on freedom, and on future value. Now, by the end of this video, you'll see why zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin crushes every promise the banks have ever made you. See, banks sell you safety, they sell you convenience, and they sell you trust. But what they're really selling is an illusion, one where they hold your money, loan it out, print against it, and leave you with scraps while inflation eats the rest. Now, Bitcoin flips that script because even just zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin puts you in control. No middleman, no hidden fees, no inflation tax. Now, it's not a bank account, it's a self-sovereign vault. So think about it like this. Your bank account is like renting a parking spot for your car. You think it's yours, but if the bank closes, freezes, or loses it, you're locked out. But Bitcoin, well, that's like owning the land under the parking spot. No one can tow it, no one can shut it down, and no one can print more of it next door. Now, with zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, you're not a renter in the financial system anymore, you're an owner. Now, here's the part that they don't tell you. When you put your money in a bank, it doesn't just sit there waiting for you. The bank lends it out, multiplies it, and uses it to make more money for itself, and while paying you a fraction of a percent. And while they do that, inflation silently drains your savings, eroding the value of your time and labor. Now, Bitcoin flips that dynamic, because when you hold zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, it's not being lent out without your consent. It's not being inflated into oblivion by some central bank policy. It's yours in cold storage and beyond the reach of any institution. Now, it doesn't beg for permission. It doesn't rely on trust. It simply exists, mathematically scarce, and provably secure. Now, think about how trapped you really are inside the traditional system. You can't even move your own money without friction. See, try sending a large amount overseas and watch how many questions you get asked, and watch how fast they freeze your account for security reasons. Now, you don't own it, they do. But with Bitcoin, you're the bank, and that zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, well, it moves instantly, anywhere on the planet, and without asking anyone. It's borderless, neutral, and unstoppable. And while the dollar is losing value each and every year, just like it has for over a century, Bitcoin doesn't degrade. It doesn't dilute. It stands still while the rest of the financial world burns down. Now, in a system where everything inflates, housing, food, wages, Bitcoin is the anchor. And here's what most people miss. There are 58 million millionaires on Earth, but only 21 million Bitcoin. Now, even if every millionaire wanted just one, there wouldn't be enough. So what happens when they finally wake up? Well, they'll start fighting over fractions. 0.1 worth of Bitcoin, 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, 0.001 worth of Bitcoin, and even smaller slices will become the new entry ticket into the future of money. Now, right now, you can still grab that fraction for the cost of a new phone or a weekend getaway. But in that future, that same 0.01 worth of Bitcoin could buy what a home costs today. Now, not because Bitcoin moons, but because fiat collapses around it. Now, Bitcoin doesn't rise, it just reveals how weak everything else really is. So let me go ahead and ask you this. Which is truly safer? A bank account that can be frozen, drained by fees, and devalued by endless money printing, or 1 million satoshis, an incorruptible slice of the hardest money humanity has ever created? Because here's the truth, your bank account isn't safe. It's just comfortable until it's not. Now, Bitcoin doesn't need FDIC insurance. It doesn't need bailouts. And it doesn't need trust. It just works, block after block, year after year, and it's unstoppable. So, you have two paths. You can keep stacking dollars in a bank account designed to fail you, or you can quietly stack 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, a vault no banker, politician, or crisis can touch. Now, if this woke you up even just a little, then hit subscribe right now. Because here, we're not just saving money, we're saving sovereignty. One sat, one block, one future-proof move at a time. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, my ebook Orange Pilled is linked down below, and it's the wake-up call they never wanted you to read. Now, I do also have to chuck this disclaimer in here as well, and I highly suggest just pausing the video and having a little read. Now, if you've made it this far, and if you're looking for something else to watch, then click right here and have a watch of this.